that, I always tell people, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. The ultimate failure. Because if you go at something and you fail and you're an achiever, you don't fail. You go, I learned something, I'll just try something else. I'm going to still get there. But when you succeed and you're not happy, you're technically screwed.
When you get knocked down, have the ability to stand up, but never give up. But. When they turn you back and push you back and tell you that you can't go on because you don't have what it takes, never give up.
You got to train to run a long way. You can't just go get in the first competition, your ass win. I lost my first comedy competition I ever got in. $10,000 out here in LA. I flew from Atlanta, man. I needed that $10,000 so bad, man. I was in a world of hurt.
Most people just read books haphazardly, spasmodically, or most people just don't read at all. Or they don't have a good plan for reading the right books. Sure enough, the man reads the comics instead of the classics. And he misses all the things that could really benefit his life because he doesn't have a plan. Here's a good thought to consider. Rarely does a good idea interrupt you. Good ideas must be pursued. You must go where they are. You must seek them out. And there's an important Bible phrase that says, if you seek, if you serve, you will find. Sure enough, a consistent plan for gathering knowledge, reading the book, attending the lectures, putting together ideas, and having a place to capture them like a journal where you can repeat them and go over them. That's a fundamental that if you'll follow it, will put you in the top 5%.
It's just like, what are you going to do? So a perfect example of this, I mentioned in the seminar you were there because it hit me about a year and a month ago, we lost what I consider a national treasure, Robin Williams. And I asked people, how many of you love Robin Williams? Everybody raised their hand all around the world, right? He made people laugh. People were touched by him. So how good was he at the science of achievement? I mean, he wanted to be a great comedian and make the whole world laugh. He did. He wanted to have his own TV show. He did. He wanted the #1 show. He did it. He wanted to make movies. He did. He wanted to have an Academy Award for not being funny, dramatic, and he did it, right?
He did it, yeah.
He said he wanted a beautiful family. He achieved everything, and he hung himself. And I know recently someone saying, well, you know, he had dementia, he had drug abuse, he had alcohol abuse most of his life because he made everybody happy but whom?
Himself.
Guess how many people have a consistent plan for the gathering of knowledge? Answer, very few. And what you want to be is one of the very... Now here's the 5th fundamental for being successful. Number 5 is an association of people of common interest in progress, success, ideas, and philosophy. If you have a constant association of people who can better your life and better your lifestyle, you can't believe the progress that you can make. Mr. Shelf shared with me when I first met him when I was 25 years old. He said, Jim, to do better, you've got to get around the right people. I have a good phrase for you. Never mistake the power of influence. The man says, well, I live here, but it doesn't really bother me. See, that's not true.
That's the ultimate failure. So if I had no other message to offer your viewers, and you let me give it to them right now, I'll tell you what I believe. I believe our lives are controlled by one force, decisions. I certainly believe in a force greater than myself. Call it God if you will, grace, whatever you want to call it, the universe. But I also believe it gives us choices. And the decisions we make control us much more than the conditions we meet. It's not the conditions, it's your decisions. Decisions what to believe, decisions what to do, decisions what to give. I say to people, think about, look back 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago, and think of a decision you made. That if you would have made a different decision, you'd have a totally different life today. Better or worse, I don't know, but totally different.
Right.
In your case, if you'd stayed doing what you're doing, you'd have a lot of money and still been miserable, right? And probably your great lady over here would be feeling miserable because she loves you so much and she'd be feeling your misery, wanting to figure out what to do. But you made that decision.
Mr. Shove taught me this one when I first met him at age 25. He called it lifestyle. Learning how to live. The 7th fundamental is a constant plan for figuring ways to live uniquely and to enjoy your present substance. Lifestyle is the challenge of learning how to live well. See, if you earned well and didn't live well, see, that would be pitiful. If a man made a great deal of money, but his personality didn't change and his lifestyle didn't change, his uniqueness didn't change, see, that would be pitiful. It's pitiful to find a man in a $500,000 home and sure enough, he's a $5,000 man. Learning the skills of lifestyle, what to do with your money so that you get joy from it.
You just existed. At one point in time, you ought to see what living's like. But the only way to see what living like, you gotta jump. And here's the problem. Let me just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. The parachute will not open right away. When you jump, it's not going to open right away. You're gonna hit them rocks. You're gonna get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're gonna get all your clothes tore off. You're gonna get some cuts on you. You're gonna be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That ain't a theory, that's a promise.
When you start to feel empty inside, when you start to feel that you're drained, when you start to feel that you are depleted, never give up. You are going to walk down this long path, and this path is the unknown. And a lot of people are not ready for the unknown. Many people are looking for the way out instead of looking for the way in. Go into it with the right attitude, but never give up. Accept all that is coming to you. Embrace the challenges. Embrace the struggles.
Homeless, people didn't know. And I was the funniest guy on the show. The guy that run the comedy club, Eric, came up behind me when they was about to announce the winner. Said, "Congratulations, man, you won this thing." See, that's the clue. I needed just 10,000. I ain't never had 10,000. They announced the winner, Rocky LaPorte, comedian from Chicago. One of the judges was the owner of his home club. I couldn't have beat this dude no kind of way. He came up to me and said, "I know you thought you was gonna win, but I got your ass."
Embrace the pain, but never give up. Do not let yourself be vulnerable to weakness. Do not let yourself be vulnerable to excuses. Accept this, understand this, and rise above it. Carry on the torch with your head up, never looking down. Never give up. Never give up on your purpose. Never give up on your opportunities. Never give up on living your life. Be strong each and every day. I understand that it's going to get tiresome sometimes. I understand you're going to feel like quitting. I understand you're going to give up and you're going to want to say you don't have it anymore. But I'm here to let you know that you got to rise up and you got to continue to push forward. And you got to walk down that path. And if you get down, get back up.
You ain't even never heard of Rocky LaPorte, have you? You got who ass? See, what Rocky didn't know was, when I lost, I wasn't gonna quit. I ain't get off Faith Street. I kept staying there, because I knew he was gonna come get me sooner or later. I just don't believe he bring you this far to leave you. Wherever you at right now, God did not bring you this far to forsake you, to let you go. He brought you this far because he had purpose for you. The reason you ain't got COVID and died, because he got purpose for you. The reason you still here, because he got purpose for you. If when God is through with you, you won't wake up no more. But as long as he wakes you up, that's a sure sign that God got something else for you he ain't gave to you yet. So I wake up and I look for it. I look for it every day.